Hi, welcome back to Sue Marie P. My name's Sue and today I'm going to share a spelt raspberry and banana muffin. Perfect for breakfast on the weekend. I love making it with a combination of whole grain spelt flour and white spelt flour. If spelt's not your thing, this recipe would work fantastic just with regular flour. First step, you need to pop your oven onto 170 degrees C and then either grease or line your muffin tray ready to go. I like making quite small muffins, like this size, and they're lovely and soft and moist and jam-packed full of raspberries. So I'm going to show you how I make them. So in this bowl I've already got my flour here. I've got the white spelt flour 75 grams and whole grain spelt flour, same 75 grams, and I'll pop some other measurements up above. Into that we're going to do just half a teaspoon of baking soda. Yep, bicarb soda as it's called here in the UK, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. That's just how I like to do it. If you've only got baking powder, just use 1 teaspoon of that. Teaspoon of cinnamon, because I love cinnamon in all my muffins, and a tiny little pinch of salt. That's probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon. You can sift them, but I just want to make it quick and easy, so I'm just going to whisk it with the whisk. That just aerates everything and combines all the baking agents. Just pop that to one side. Next we're going to just squish this banana a little bit and I'm going to mash it up. Just clearing some space. I'm going to mash one at a time just with a fork, just because it's easier to get all the banana pieces mashed down. If you've got a super ripe one, that's even better. These ones kind of soft but not super ripe. And then in here I've got oil. I've got sunflower oil, 60 mils. You can use melted butter, you can use oil of your choice, just maybe not olive oil, might be a bit strong. And I'm going to pop the banana into that. If you're new here today, thank you for watching. You might want to consider subscribing if you like spelt recipes and easy things to bake at home. I'm a self-taught baker and I like just sharing things that I like to eat, and I've been baking with spelt flour for over 15 years now. And if you try baking this at home and you love it, let me know in the comments below. I love getting comments from my viewers. And I have a website as well, suemariep.com, where you'll be able to get all the recipes as well. I'm just going to throw the 2 little mashed bananas in there and mix it with the oil. And I've just got 1 egg in here and I'm just going to beat that up a little bit before I pop it in. I love baking with large eggs, just for extra goodness. And one thing I forgot to do, I forgot to add my brown sugar. I'm using brown sugar today, just 100 grams, which is half a cup. If you've only got white sugar in the house, it'll work fine as well. Just going to give that a little mix before I pop in the wet ingredients. So most muffin recipes are made this way. It's called a wet and dry method. That's where you mix all the dry ingredients first and then you pop in all the wet ingredients. And I'm doing it just by hand today because it's just a really quick and easy way to make things. You don't have to have any fancy equipment, no electric beaters or KitchenAids or stand mixers. You can also scroll down below and I'll pop the recipe there as well. And I like to try and give you, I have a lot of viewers over in the US, so I like to give US ounce measurements as well. So that's all combined. Now, because I'm using frozen raspberries today, not fresh ones, I like to keep them in the freezer until I'm ready to use them. So I'm going to pop over to my freezer and grab them out. I was just throwing raspberries all over the floor in the background. So in here I've got half a cup already measured out. So I'm going to combine those into the batter and just fold them. And then what I'll do, I've got a few extras here. I've got an extra 12 just because I wanted to be fancy today and add a little raspberry on top of each muffin. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So I like to use an ice cream scoop because it's just an easy way to measure out everything almost accurately. But if you don't have an ice cream scoop, just use a big soup spoon or dessert spoon. And the ones I did here earlier, I didn't grease my tin, I just did them without. But paper cases are a great way to not get mess, and you don't have to scrub your pan, and keeps it looking good for many years. Managed to keep everything rather clean, which I'm very happy about. So next thing, we're going to grab these whole raspberries and just pop one on top. Hopefully it won't disappear. You'll still see it when it bakes, but it doesn't really matter. So I think I've got 12, if I can count. I've got 13. I'm going to bake these for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on them. I've popped my tray at the lower third level of my oven. I just find it's better for muffins. They don't tend to cook too much on the top there. So I'm going to pop it in, put my timer on. So my banana raspberry muffins are out of the oven. I've had them cooling for about 10 minutes or so. I let them stay in there for about 25 minutes today. So I'm just going to grab one out and do a little taste test. It is best to leave them sit for 10 minutes in the tin to cool slightly before eating them, because often the muffins are super hot, especially with fruit. They're still really warm. I'm going to come a little bit closer to show you how delicious they look on the inside. One man camera girl just rearranged everything. Check that out. They're so light and moist. A little bit of a twist on my banana muffin recipe. So I hope you've enjoyed it today. I'm going to go away and have a cup of tea and enjoy this off camera. If you don't want raspberries in it, I'll leave a link up here for my banana muffin. Spelt banana muffins, no raspberries, but with raspberries they're just a little bit different. They're a little bit extra tang and moisture, a little bit of healthy goodness. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed my video. I'll see you next time.